Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pondering Mics. Happy Wednesday, Jules. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Good to see you.
I feel like I haven't been on forever. When I was doing the program today, I was laughing because I was like, okay, wait, I need to do what again? I need to push what button? I mean, seriously, I have not been on. I think it's been 2 weeks now, I think. So yeah, I was a little rusty.
Get those kinks out.
I know. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm sitting. Do you have your drink? I have my drink.
Got my beer.
Where's your drink? Nice. There we go. We're ready to go. Today, everybody, I think everybody saw my little video. I saw a lot of people on there that saw it, a lot of likes and views. We're going to have Holly come on today and talk about real estate. Oh, we got our first comment already. Hi, baby. That's my girl. That's Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
By the way, Sarah beat my mom in commenting. I wonder if my mom forgot I had a show tonight. That I will get her on that. She is always our first, isn't she? She's always the first. Yeah, it's like, okay, whatever, Mom. You're second now. We're going to talk to Holly about real estate. I know it sounds so exciting. I mean, I told Sarah a couple days ago. I go, hey, guess what I'm having on Wednesday? We're going to be doing real estate. And Sarah was like crickets. She's like, oh, fun. I'm like, no, we're going to be talking about like what's going on in the market. Meaning, what if you want to buy a home? What if you want to learn about when the best time is to sell your house or to do whatever you need to do? I don't have those answers. I want to buy. I don't know if I'm in the position to buy or not. And guess what? We're going to ask Holly and see if I am. Jules, you own a house, don't you?
Yeah, I own a house up here in Alpine since 2000.
How long? Oh, so since 2000. Did you buy it when a market was good, when it was bad, or you just bought it because you darn well wanted to at that point?
I was going through divorce and I left the house for him. I didn't want it. It was too much for me. It's too big. And so I just happened to luck out at a time where it was affordable. I kind of bought it for a steal. They were in the position where they had to sell, and I picked it up for a great price.
That's awesome. So you did feel like you got a good price no matter what the market was doing at that point?
Yeah. It was a little soft at that time. So I just got it at the right place at the right time.
Yeah. You think you're going to stay there forever? Or are you going to be one of those that might want to see how much money you can get out of your house knowing that the market is better?
I know how much money I can get out of it, but I'm never going to sell. I do have 4 kids, and I'm going to leave it to them. So the only thing I'm looking to do now is to buy another house.
Oh, that's cool. Right on. In the same area or?
No, out of state.
Out of state. Got you. Well, we're going to talk about that a little bit too, because that's on my little notes on, hey, should we stay in California? Should we not stay in California? I don't know if she's going to have all the answers, everybody, but you know what? We're going to give her a chance. I think we should bring her in right now. Holly, welcome to Pondering Mics.
Hi.
Oh, nice entrance. That was a complete.
Hi.
That was a complete real estate agent.
Wait, hold on. I'm a realtor.
Oh God. What is up with the arms? What is up with the folding arms with real estate agents? Tell me.
I don't know, but I don't do it because I think it's very unpersonable and it's not like, don't talk to me. I'm close.
Yeah. It's like, I'm going to sell your house with you. Right?
The ones that are like super serious. It's like, I don't want to work with someone who's super serious.
Yeah. Like, we got a comment just for you, Holly.
Oh, hi. So we can't see her. Sorry, guys. This is my first time being on.
No, if I had to have all of my people that comment on here, half of them would be naked, drunk, and no.
Okay.
No, not gonna happen.
I haven't seen your mom in forever.
I know. She's family. So I do laugh at that pose. We talked about it before we got on, you guys, and it's serious. If you go and look at like the benches, or the big banners and stuff, they take their pictures seriously.
Yeah. They're like always like this.
Exactly. It's like they want their hair to flow and then take the picture.
Yeah. Or they're like just contorted in weird positions.
welcome to the show, Holly.
Thank you for having me.
You're so sweet.
Oh,
We are kind of related. We kind of joke around that we are, and we look alike. I mean, God, everybody walking down the street says, we look so much alike.
You're just like sisters. Identical.
Yeah, sisters completely. I mean, our skin tone. I mean, everything about it is just
the
amazing.
hair.
Yeah, come on. We always laugh that we're twice removed sisters of another Mr. dating.
Sister from another Mr.
Yeah. Actually, her husband and I are the godparents of my godson, Andrew. So, yes. So we've known each other for a very long time. Sarah says twins. Yes, I know.
Totally twins. I agree. Identical twins.
Identical. Holly, we have questions for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
Yeah, you have been in the business. Do you want to talk about, first of all, like how long you've been doing it, or how you got into it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you do it just to put money on the table? I mean, what? Tell me what it is that you do.
So I did it because I have kids. Just kidding. So I, ever since I was a kid, my parents were always investors. They bought land, they bought houses and flipped them and resold them. And so I've always been exposed to real estate. Once I got to high school, I thought I was just going to be a physical therapist. That was the only thing I wanted to do. Didn't think about real estate at all. But then in college, I got pregnant. Then I'm like,
with who? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I don't know, some dude.
With Mark. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, with Mark, my husband.
Yes. Great guy.
So then I started working as a marketing director for a local brokerage. And I'm like, I think I could do the whole real estate thing, not just marketing real estate. So then I became a realtor full time, got my license in 2014. And that's what I've been doing ever since.
And you said full-time. You're not doing this part-time. You actually do this full-time, don't you?
This is my full-time job. I know. It's like you could throw a rock and you'll hit a freaking realtor. You know, like everybody and their mom wants to be a realtor. Yeah. No one realizes how hard it is and that the dropout rate for the first 5 years is like 85%.
You're kidding. I didn't know that there was that kind of dropout rate. Yeah.
And there's like 20,000 plus realtors in San Diego County, but only a very small percentage produce anything. So.
Stick it. And is that because you mostly work word of mouth? Is that why? I mean, why do you think, or I mean, obviously if the workload is there, you're selling homes, you're buying homes for your clients, but if the workload's not there, is it just because they're not trying hard enough? I mean,
correct. Yeah. It takes a lot of dedication, and like Mark knows it's a 24/7 job for me.
Yeah.
I will be answering emails at like 1 a.m.
Right.
You know, and and some realtors don't, you know, you're going to encounter totally different realtors. Some prefer to work just 9 to 5, but to me, real estate, buying and selling real estate can be the biggest transaction of your life. I mean, you're loaded and you buy like multiple yachts or something. But yeah. So to me, it's super important that I'm constantly available and communicating with my clients.
Did Jules, did you use a realtor for your house?
Yes, I actually used a friend of mine that we both used to work together at the Home Depot. And she'd been started out. She wasn't a realtor for very long. And it was just kind of helping her out. Yeah. You know, I had a cousin that was in real estate that I wouldn't ask him to sell my doghouse because, because I know him too well.
Yeah. So, no, I get it.
You know,
it's about trusting.
Yeah.
You know, it was. And like I said, she was a good friend of mine, and I was just trying to help her out. So it was, good experience.
I have a good friend. No, I'm sorry, Holly, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm going to say that's amazing because, at one point, that was my very first transaction was with a friend who liked me and trusted me and did it to help me, basically. And it's like everyone has to have that very first transaction to get the ball rolling.
And that's not even just in real estate. I had a friend that got me into my job, at least got me to push into the door for an interview. I got the job, but yes, pushed you in for the interview.
Right.
Yeah. So, I had a question tip off my tongue. What was it? I don't remember.
Have a note sheet.
Oh, are you kidding me? Ask Sarah how many
Holy cow.
pieces of notes everywhere I have. No, I was going to say is I have a good friend that's been a realtor for a long time, and she is always busy, always like, to try to do anything with her or anything like that, but she kicks ass. So it's kind of like that love of the game is what
Right.
keeps her going. And,
Yes.
she's good at her job. I know you're good at your job because every time I turn on my little Facebook, sold for my client, sold.
Thank you. Hopefully it's not overwhelming though, because I don't want to be that realtor that's like, oh my God, I'm going to freaking mute them.
Yeah. It's like, okay, we get it. You sold a house. You got a $30,000 commission.
I only pick and choose like the coolest ones. I'll put
that. I like it. So we have some questions. I want to just start really kind of basic. I know that I was talking to a couple of people that were going to watch the show tonight, and they were like, I don't understand what the market's doing. Why is it all of a sudden everybody is selling their home and they're selling it for $200,000, $300,000 over what they were asking?
Yeah.
I don't understand what happened. So please, kind of in layman's terms, explain why all these people found it the time to put their house up for $500,000 and they're getting a check for $900. Tell me what the hell is going on, Holly.
So low interest rates had a lot to do with it. That means buyers were able to afford more house. So usually when you're buying a place, you look at how much you're willing to spend per month. And based on that, it's going to be what your overall budget is going to be. So with the low interest rates meant lower monthly payments, which meant they could afford much more house. And then on top of that, everybody and their mom was home during COVID quarantine, and they realized, holy crap balls, I need more space.
Oh, so that was a great place for her to get, huh?
What was that?
Oh, there we go. Go ahead. I got stuck. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Yeah. So everyone and their mom was home during quarantine and needed the space from their spouses, family, all that stuff. So everyone was in this whole changing and upgrading the house, or ready to buy, ready to get out of an apartment and all that stuff.
So everybody, for the interest rate part of it, I completely get the interest rate being low and all of that, but I still don't understand if a person, so you're telling me the person got approved for a higher loan than normal, because obviously if they're going to go buy a house that was normally 500 and now that person is saying, well, guess what? We want 9 now. So what changed for the buyer versus the person that was selling?
So everyone has been really saving all of their money. So here's another thing, and I'm going to go back to it. Everyone tends to think that you need 20% down to purchase a home. In reality, you only need about 3%.
Nice.
So people who have saved the 20%, they could get a 3% down loan and still have cash to cover anything an overbidding.
Okay. And that 3% obviously helped a lot of people, because we've talked about my situation where getting that down payment is bitch. I mean, just getting that down payment. But I didn't understand that even if I qualified for, let's say, a loan and I had a down payment, the houses were too expensive. So, I mean, my friends that sold their house in Hillcrest, he left San Diego and went back to Ohio and was able to buy the most beautiful home with what he sold his small little house for in Hillcrest. And that makes me excited. But then it also goes, okay, well, I don't know anything about this. Why is it that he got so much money for his home?
Yeah, just people overbidding each other. And we got a lot of buyers from overseas. We got a lot of people. So with COVID, everyone who was working in Silicon Valley, San Jose, San Francisco, those markets are significantly more expensive than San Diego. San Diego's expensive, but there are places that are more expensive.
Right.
So people from the East Coast coming over here, they're going to be like, holy shit. $750,000 for this.
I can have a beach. Exactly.
And then they don't have the shitty weather.
Right.
So all of those people who are selling their places in the more expensive markets, flocking down to San Diego, were able to just keep overbidding each other.
But go ahead.
Well, hey, what I got to say about that, it's also a matter of supply and demand. So if there's less people selling their home and a whole lot of people buying to buy a home, the seller, they look at it as two terms. It's either a seller's market or a buyer's market.
Correct.
A buyer's market when the place is flooded with things to buy and nobody's buying, so the price comes down. And then there's a seller's market where there's fewer homes for sale and a whole lot of people to outbid each other.
Right.
And right now it's in California, it is a seller's market.
People can't find a home. I mean, you got
Yeah.
these people that have these loans and this paperwork sitting on their desk, and they're like,
Yep.
I every time I go after a house that I really like, I gotta bid. And guess what? I don't have the extra $200,000 for this. But on the turn on that, aren't they screwed too? Because you're buying a home that's not going to be worth that much if the market tends to go down, right? And the interest rate. So tell me that this person that bought this house for $900,000, that house isn't going to always be worth $900,000. So aren't they screwed in the long run?
That's true that it can not like be worth 900,000 at some point in time, but with real estate, you don't lose any equity unless you sell. As long as you buy and you hold, you're always going to be building equity. And historically, the prices will go up. There's going to be the dips and the fluctuations, but historically, the prices will always go up and you will be building equity. And a lot of my clients, at the time that they enter escrow, by the time they close escrow, they've already built in equity.
Okay. So how do you know, my question on that is, how do we know when it's going to change? You know, and I
knows when it's going to
we're
change.
not God. I get it.
No,
and I'm asking
we don't have a crystal ball.
I'm asking a question as a broad thing is nobody really knew that all these people were going to buy these homes and snatch them all up and, you know, gone and people are getting rich and they're leaving the state and all this stuff. And we'll talk about leaving the state in a little bit, but how long will it last? You know, when do you see like this trend? And it's obviously happened before. Is it going to be a couple months? Is it going to be a year? Is it going to be, when does that line move? Do we know by history?
So regularly, any real estate market around the holidays, it tends to slow down because everyone is busy with holidays, traveling, family, and all of that. So if you are a buyer, you will probably be competing against maybe 2 to 3 other offers versus 20 to 30 other offers right around the holidays. So
Got it.
From October all the way to the very end of like January, February starts picking up again.
And that will carry over into next year. I mean, with the interest rates like this low, Janice just wrote, the answer is, I don't know.
Yeah. No one truly knows.
Yeah.
But there are analysts who say that interest rates are bound to start going back up slowly in January.
And if that's the case, if you were to talk to somebody that wanted to buy a home in the next, let's just say they were ready to do it, you would force them to buy a home before January.
I would say it is now your best time.
Is your best time. Even though you're going to compete, you're going to fight and you're going to pay more. Yeah.
Honestly, you're going to be, San Diego County is a seller's market, or all of California is a seller's market. The last time it was a buyer's market was during the recession in 2000.
So buyers are screwed and sellers are great.
No.
Yes. Yes.
That's really the answer. If you think about all of what you just said, sellers are great and going to make a hell of a lot of money. And the buyers are the ones that are going to fight it out as in the middle of the square. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. There are some sellers who have like the absolute shittiest house and they're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to throw it on the market and I'm going to spend 15% over list. It's like, no, you're not. You still have to have a good house. So when you guys are like browsing Zillow, I know lots of people like to do that for fun.
I do.
You will see some houses that are sitting on the market for, around the 30 days to 60-day mark. And it's like, there's something wrong with it. You look at the photos, you're like, oh, yes.
Oh,
you still need to make your house presentable. It still needs to be in good condition.
I ain't cleaning shit. You want my house? You come get my house. That's it. You got those people. And then you always hear those. There's a ton of those commercials right now that, you don't have to have realtors in your house. You don't have to have people come walk through your home. We'll buy it from right on the spot. But I mean, is that a true thing? There's actually people out there buying stuff.
So we did it on our condo in Escondido because I was really curious to experience that firsthand, so that I could explain to my clients.
Yeah.
So they will give you a cash offer just based on looking at pictures over the internet and the pictures that you send them. But it's a very low cash offer. Then on top of that, they still charge you like they won't call it a commission fee,
Yeah.
they'll just say it's, oh, this fee is deducting for this and that, and then in the end you're like, oh, hey, look, that's about 6%, which is
Wow.
usually what you would be paying a realtor to professionally market and list your home. And then when you have a realtor, the realtor could gather the offers and have the seller counter those offers and have everyone submit their highest and best again, which is what gets the prices going up even higher and higher.
Right. So you have those realtors that are going to push their clients to hold off for the best answers and the best money and all of that. And that's not always the best thing, because like you said, you go on Zillow and there's houses sitting on there for 60, 90 days because these people are like, I've been in this house for 20 years and I know it's worth 500,000 and you're only listing it at this. And, so I see both sides.
I see
that. Yeah.
But if you just absolutely have to get out of the house and you just want to take whatever the first offer is, and
it's cash, right? It's gone.
That's your that's your.
Don't they have to pay massive taxes on that though? That's a gain, isn't it?
It's only a capital gain if you have not resided in the property within the last 2 years of the 5 years. Yeah.
So you can take that.
Most people who are selling their houses, it's their primary residence. So.
Am I frozen? Everybody else is frozen. There we go.
No.
There you go. I got it. No. So what you're saying, I know you're so. Hey.
Yeah. Oh crap! Did I just snort on the show?
No, I muted you because you burped. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's go with this. I have a whole bunch of little notes here, but all of them kind of went together, which was great. So let's say I want to buy a home. I'm ready. I don't know where to go. I don't have a Holly. I don't have anybody in my side. I don't even know if I qualify. I don't even know. What do I do? Where do I start?
If you don't have a Holly, then you could call me. 858-210-5561.
So funny. Yeah.
And then
I'm posting that. Don't you worry. Wait, where is it? Let me find where I have that somewhere. I have that, but go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. So, and then once you call me, I will tell you that you need to get a consult with a lender. The lender is what looks at your finances, looks at your income, and they determine how much you actually qualify for. And you can usually tell them, look, I'm looking about this ballpark of a price. Is this legitimate? Like, can I do this? Or am I going to be?
Can I interrupt? You said a lender, though. So you don't go to a real estate agent or any of that stuff now. You go to a lender. A bank? Do you go to your bank?
Don't go to your bank. So I know a lot of people love their banks and their lenders there. But in my experience, banks are open from like 9 to 5. And then that's it. They're gone. And like I said, this is the biggest purchase of your life. You need someone who is there to communicate with you, hold your hand, guide you through the process, answer any questions. So I always prefer private lenders. And so when anyone reaches out to me and says, I am thinking about buying, I will refer them to one of the private lenders that I work with who have access to a whole range of products and rates, not just what the bank offers.
Okay.
Yeah. And on top of that, they could text with them. They could ask them questions all the time, And
so they don't even go to you. You go to the lender first, who then says, Stephanie, do you have money?
Qualify.
Right. Do you have money? Do you have a job? Where do you want to live? Or does he ask me even about like homes and stuff? Or does he really just kind of say, this is the amount that you qualify for without even saying where, how, anything? He just goes, guess what? You only get $300,000 and that's it.
Well, he will want to ask you like what your wants and needs are. So some people be like, I want a condo. And some people want a single family detached house. What a lot of people don't know are that condos tend to have higher interest rates on the loan versus a single family detached house.
Wait, I have questions about that. Don't tell any secrets, but go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
What should I?
No, not yet. I want to talk about house, condo, manufactured home, all that stuff.
Okay. So, okay. Going back to the lender. So yes, they will look at your finances. They'll look at how long you've been working, your income, your debt to income ratio.
Okay.
That's very important.
Okay.
So debt to income ratio is like how much debt you have in relation to how much income you're bringing in.
Right. So, and Jamar's on here, and Jamar and I have talked about houses and condos and manufactured homes because he actually works with me, which is great. And he and his wife, I think, are ready to go, and they have, the information on the money and stuff. So why don't we just jump to that question first? Because of course I have that question. We'll talk about the lenders because I want to make sure people go to the right places to start. You don't want to go to Joe Schmo. You want to go to somebody that is going to do the right thing for you and make it. What was it with the Fannie Mae stuff years ago where they were giving out loans to, and I think it was Fannie Mae, excuse me if I have it wrong, but they were giving out loans to people for homes and stuff that people couldn't afford.
Yes, that was the cause of the recession.
Okay.
These people were qualifying for loans that they should not have qualified for. So now when you talk to any lender, it's going to be very strict and it's pretty tough to get truly qualified to be able to get a pre-approval letter and everything.
Okay. And that's based on how much you make, your debt. Okay. So my whole thing is I'm great on all of that. My credit's not the greatest. I'm not telling everybody any secrets or anything. My credit is middle of the road. I'm not good. I'm not bad.
Most people are. Yeah.
Right. I make good money. I mean, you know what I make for like I told you what my rent was.
Yeah, $500,000 per year. Yeah.
Jamar is in here. Don't tell Jamar that I make $500,000. Sorry, Jamar. I got a raise. So I'm kind of that person in the very middle, but then that 3%. So
the 3% down.
You did tell me that people there's. I knew Jamar was going to say something. Wait, what? Yes, Jamar, you need to get in the rental department. You can make $500,000 a year. I heard that you could get help. Yeah, you could get help with the down payment. Is that true?
There are some programs out there that will help you with down payment assistance. But let me just say right now, in a crazy market like this, sellers are barely going to entertain offers where they see that the buyer is getting some sort of assistance. They want to go with the most strong, financially strong buyers.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So you've been talking about lenders and your debt to ratio. What about that customer out there that wants to pay cash?
Those are golden.
They love those.
We love cash offers. And a lot of the times. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so now cash offer. Stephanie comes in and makes an offer, a house for $300,000, and I come in and I go, well, I'm going to give you cash, but I'm going to get a better deal now, aren't I?
Does she get a better deal, Holly?
Not all the time. No, not in this market. You might get away with maybe, let's say the price point is $300,000. You might get away with saying $290,000.
Okay.
But a lot of the times, sellers are willing to follow through with people who have a conventional loan or something like that, even VA loans, where they know that they can net way more. Why
does the seller give a crap? So if my lender, and I'm being serious. So you just said I go to my lender, I say I need some money. I don't have a down payment, so you're going to give me the name of somebody that wants to help me with my down payment. And I go to the seller with that. Why the hell do they care when we have the lender that knows that I have to pay it back? So why would the seller give a crap?
They just see it as more of a chance that you might fall out of escrow. Because what if you lose that assistance? If you lose that assistance with your down payment, that means you no longer can buy the house, which means you would have to pull out of escrow and the seller would have to start the whole process over again, finding another buyer.
But isn't that all set before you even do anything? I mean, that you know that person's going to give you your down payment?
So California is a very buyer protected state. The buyer could back out for any reason, really, as long as you have one contingency in place in the escrow period, you can back out. Yeah.
All right. Well, Jamar is still here. Jamar, make sure you're still here. I want to talk about manufactured homes, condo, and of course, single dwelling. So single dwellings for people that are middle of the road, want to buy a home for $400,000, $500,000. Those single dwellings are not out there right now. I look at Zillow. I look all the time. He says he's here. Good. I look all the time just because I like to see the houses. I'm one of those where when we grew up, ask my mom, we used to go and look at model homes.
Ooh,
We loved
that's
it.
fun.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
that.
We loved it as a family. We would go and walk through the model homes and go, this is my room. And oh my God, can you look at that? And it was exciting. So tell me
That was
now.
free entertainment.
Oh, heck yeah. As kids, I bet you that's why my mom did that.
Oh,
Janice.
oh my God. And then the snacks and the waters.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I don't think we got, well, maybe we got those. I'm not sure. So let's talk about that. Manufactured homes nowadays are not your mobile home. So I've seen great manufactured homes out there, and we'll talk about the 55 plus section because I'm going to be 52. And Jules is already at like 82, right, Jules?
No,
So,
you're 35.
Yes,
We're twins,
yes.
remember?
yeah, we're twins. That's right. I'm so sorry. So manufactured homes right now are a heck of a lot better than they used to be. And then you have your condos. So I know Jamar and I have spoken a little bit about investment, staying in something for a certain amount of time and then renting it out or doing what you want to do. What is the pros and cons of each? If you can at least tell me the pros of a manufactured home and the pros of a condo, we'll start there.
Pros of a manufactured home is one, they look amazing now. You know, it's really hard when you're inside of a manufactured home. It's so hard to tell that it's manufactured. It's a lot cheaper to get into a manufactured home.
Hell yeah.
The biggest pro. The con is that your interest rate is going to be higher. It's a kind of a different loan than just a standard home loan. And then on top of that, the biggest con is that the locations of them are pretty, you know, you're limited with your location of where a manufactured home is going to be. And then the majority are the 55 plus communities.
Right.
And then on top of that, a lot of manufactured homes require that you pay a space rent fee.
Right.
So you own the manufactured home, but you do not own the land that it sits on.
Right, because you can see a home for $200,000 and you're thinking, oh my God, it has vaulted ceilings, there's a bit of a yard, all that. And then you read the fine print and it says space rent, $1,500. And you're like,
yes. And
okay,
it's like, oh, there goes another freaking mortgage payment. I might as well combine the two price or, you know, the two costs together and get into something that's solid, you know, and desirable.
Okay,
so,
perfect.
Yeah. But if you you want the space, you know, you like the newness. And to be honest, there's a lot of manufactured homes like resale ones that are not that new or upgraded. So just be on the lookout for that. And then it's just very limited all ages parks. Majority of them are 55 plus.
Okay. And then, so how about townhouses and stuff will fall in the same category as the condo. So now tell me the condo. I am not a fan of condos. I am not a fan of living in apartments with walls all connected now.
You don't like to hear your neighbors?
Oh, yeah. I don't like people, and everybody knows that. I don't want to live around people. I love the goats right next door. I love the horses. I have cows. I even have coyotes at night. I have the quietest place, and I just don't like to live next to people anymore. So I'm spoiled. But so tell me about condos now. Give me the truth.
Condos, townhomes, twin homes, they all fall under the all attached homes category. All of these are practically guaranteed you're going to have an HOA fee. And if for those of you guys who don't know what HOAs are, it's homeowners association. They basically dictate what you can and cannot do to the outside of your home. We had an HOA when we were living in Rancho Bernardo, and Autumn, my oldest daughter, she had put a snowflake on the window because it was the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
And some cranky old lady who was on the HOA board, she didn't, you know, she was retired, so she was just walking around the neighborhood all day long, and she was just writing down and giving us suggestions for everything.
That's terrible.
So, but on the plus side, HOA fees could keep the community really nice and uniform and pretty, and you know, so it kind of depends on what you want. But any condo, any townhouse, twin home, you're going to end up with an HOA. And depending where this condo is, it could range from either $150 a month to like downtown in Little Italy, where it's $1,200 a month.
Right.
And
that's only on the outside. Isn't that in the inside where you can't like You own this home, which I freaking can't understand HOA fees sometimes. You own this house. You spent the money on those walls, and there's a lot of things you can't do inside of your house either. Is that true?
Yeah, there are some HOAs are that strict that want you to apply for an architectural permit to see what floors you're going to put in before you put it in. It's like,
Whoa.
here.
Yeah,
You're not going to be walking on these floors, you know?
Right. Okay.
But the thinking behind that is that if you're on the second floor and you want to put in tile tends to be really heavy because you got the grout and the tile, you know, and all that stuff. So I
got it.
You know, kind of understand that, but still, majority of the time, it's just, to me, it's too many rules. And the HOA fees can vary also depending on how many community amenities there are.
Right,
So
like when you get the pool.
Yeah, some complex you get the pool, walking trails, frisbee golf, whatever. But a lot that I've encountered in San Diego County, it's the bare minimum, you know, basic landscaping, exterior maintenance, roof maintenance.
Can't have chickens. Can't have a goat.
Can't have chickens and goats in a condo.
So because you don't have to win me over because I'm not ever going to buy a condo. But tell me now the pros to somebody. So if Jamar said, hey, you know what, manufactured homes, you're right, the interest rate might be a little too high. I'm now finding this condo or this townhouse. Now tell him why he should do that.
So with HOA fees, like I was saying, it covers landscaping, exterior maintenance of the buildings, roof maintenance most of the time, and sometimes limited insurance like earthquake insurance for the whole entire community. Did I say roof maintenance? I think I did. Termite and pest control, security. If you're in a gated community, you know, that HOA fee goes towards paying for security and all of that stuff.
Right.
And then some communities do include water, sewer, and trash. So, you know, sometimes it's $450, but you get a lot with it. It's totally worth it, in my opinion, especially if you don't want to be the type of person that have to maintain everything yourself.
So I see a lot of houses and stuff for sale, and I see some manufactured homes for sale, but lately I haven't seen a lot of condos. Is the resale value on a condo not very good?
No, resale value on a condo is still good. It's not going to be as quickly appreciating in price as a single family home.
Right.
But it's still very good.
So in 10 years, let's say him and his family live there. In 10 years, they want to go ahead and move into something else. Would it behoove him to keep it and rent it out, or would it behoove him to sell it at that point? Is the money, like you said, I guess it depends on the interest rate and stuff like that. But he's not going to see that huge bidding war like he would at a house, correct? That bidding war is not going to happen that much at a condo, is it?
It still happens with condos.
Okay. I hate them. That's why you can tell. I want you to tell me everything bad about condos.
Bad about condos. Yeah, condos suck. Don't buy them.
Yeah.
That's
when you fold your arms, like we talked about at the very beginning. That's right. Exactly. Okay.
So condos are a great starting point for someone to build equity in the house. Take that equity and upgrade it into their next place. You know, that's how you start doing it. Like, you don't wait to buy real estate. You do it and you hold on to it. And that's how you create wealth.
But I have to live there. I can't live there. That's the whole point. I'm not going to be able to live.
You can put padding on your wall and further insulate it so that you don't.
I do have insulators at work. I can put those little, radio things up and stuff. But I guess that's just not the direction I would go. And I guess that holds me back because obviously I don't have a ton of money for a house. I don't have a ton of money for, I'm actually leaning towards a manufactured home. And so let's talk about the 55. I was reading something and I understand the 55 plus community versus the regular communities. There's a big difference when you're driving through them first. I mean, seriously, the 55 is all nice and clean. The people have it's just gorgeous. You drive through the ones that are all ages and there's like somebody's tricycle going across the street. They have like the big bouncy house that is over in their neighbor's yard and over in your yard, whatever. People, totally. I told you people. But I have seen some gorgeous ones in the 55, but I read an article that the HOPA law or the HOPA law, HOPA, that if there's 80% people living in that community that are 55, that they can't discriminate somebody that's not 55. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Okay,
This is
so
very
I'm gonna have to read it
interesting.
again to make
Yeah.
sure, because
And
I'm
gonna
only
have to do some research on that.
right. There's a
Mhm.
law apparently that if there's a certain percentage that live there, then another certain percentage can move in. And because I'm so close to 55, I'll be 52 in a couple months. But I was hoping that I could like sneak into a 55 community because the prices are $269,000 for vaulted ceilings, beautiful backyard, blah, 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 hardwood floors, all this kind of stuff. And I would be able to do that. Have you heard of anything else with the 55 community that would help me get into the 55 community?
Yes, I have.
Everybody, let's look at Holly. Come on now. Oh, Jamar says thanks, by the way. Jamar just said, great show. Thanks for the info, Holly.
You're welcome. Oh, and Jamar, about sorry, I will answer your question real quick, Stephanie. But Jamar, if you buy the condo and you decide to hold on to it and rent it out, there's always a rental market for condos too, because renters typically are, smaller family size, couples, singles. So you're always going to be able to find renters for it. Rental market is huge in San Diego. And if you buy something closer to the colleges, SDSU, Cal State San Marcos, UCSD, you are bound to just have a tenant in place all the time. And then you could create a real estate portfolio.
Nice. That's what he like. He loves that stuff. He likes to build his equity. He wants to make sure that his family and stuff's taken care of in the future. So yeah. Absolutely.
And then, so Stephanie, going back to your question, a lot of the times the community will just require that the person on title is 55 plus.
Okay.
So if you have someone to go in with you on purchasing a manufactured home and their name, and they are 55 plus and their name is on title, you should be okay.
Janice.
That's what I was thinking.
Knock, Janice. Did you
or
hear
your brother
that?
or your dad.
All you have to do is be on title. I could take care of the rest. I want to live in a 55. I want to be old. She didn't even wait. No. Sorry. Whatever. Thanks, Mom. I'm gonna make it happen. Dang it. Okay. What is the and I'll get going. So we're running good on time. It's perfect. Mortgages are not just mortgages. You talked about the HOA stuff. There's like more to. My mom makes me laugh. Whatever. There's more to the mortgage that people don't understand. So when I'm looking at something and I'm thinking, okay, $269,000, that's only going to be like $1,000 something bucks in mortgage. I'm all excited. I pay 17, all this kind of stuff. I can afford it. There's taxes, there's insurance, there's all that stuff, right? So are you the person that's going to tell them exactly how much, or is that lender going to tell them exactly?
Yeah,
the lender. Okay. Because I don't think people understand that all those fees are still in there.
So when you talk with your lender, they know that when you're looking at your monthly payment, you're looking at your PITI, which is your principal, your interest, your taxes, and your insurance. If you put anything down less than 20%, you're going to have to pay a private mortgager's insurance, also known as PMI.
Jeez. Okay.
I know.
That's crazy.
But, as soon as you get 20% equity, you could get that removed. So.
That's true. I'll just keep refinancing over and over and over.
But Holly, is it true that the lender that now you've gotten your equity, they don't automatically go, oh, guess what? We're going to stop charging you for this.
Absolutely not. They're going to
no, you have to tell them.
Keep paying it. Yeah. You have to be the one to contact them like, hey, can we remove the PMI? I have hit the 20% equity.
Got it. And you know that how? How do you know when you hit the 20%?
Oh, Jules.
You got to pay attention.
Yeah, I was going to say, okay, at least you're paying attention. I'd be like, oh, I'm just buying a house. I don't need to.
I put my 20% down when I bought this house.
Got it. Okay.
I actually probably put a little more because it was just money I had, and it was like if I don't keep it, if I have it, I'm gonna spend it. So I dumped it all into the down payment.
Right. Exactly.
Which in turn kept my my payment lower.
Right.
Yeah. I pay less on my house than you probably than my house, my insurance, my taxes that are compounded. Okay. I probably pay less on all of that together than you do for where you're staying at.
Holly died when I told her how much I pay in rent. Because
but that's why so many people end up buying, because you're able to make this monthly payment. You should be able to buy.
Yeah, but we're going to go back to the same thing. Do you think I'm made of money? Where am I supposed to get 3%? No one's giving me 3%. I didn't open some magic envelope that says, here's 3% of whatever. I live by my paycheck. So yes, I can afford my rent, but I don't have anything above it, you know? So it's always, I hear more people in my shoes because it's hard to get out of what you're in. I'm not in a bad place, but to own it, I keep turning down my light because I feel like I'm like shiny. There we go. It's hard to get out of that position. You can save a little bit here, a little bit there, but even that 3% sometimes it just seems so hard to get to.
It's a lot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will just continue paying your rent because obviously you need a place to live, you know, and I can go rent a room, you know, but my cat's going to run all over the place. I'm going to hear the neighbors and I'm going to share a bathroom with somebody. You know, it's just the world doesn't work that way. And I'm at that age
you
where
like to share pubes with other people.
Give a frick. Exactly. I'm moving in with you. We already talked about that. So one last question for you, because you're doing freaking awesome.
Oh, thanks.
People should leave California and go buy gorgeous homes in other states. Isn't that true?
So it frees up more inventory for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
yes.
But on a serious note, a lot of people are leaving California because they're working more remotely and all of that. Can you give me some of the pros and cons? I know that you want all these people to stay with you here in San Diego, but can you give me the pros and cons of buying a house outside of California? Even though we make more money here than, let's say, you move to Arizona, what is the pros and cons of saying, screw everybody, I'm going to go buy a house in Ohio?
The pro is you could sell your house here and probably buy it in cash out there.
Right. True.
Yeah. So there's
At
that. You also get a buttload more space out over there. If you look at new builds here in San Diego, you'll notice that it's all high density. It'll say something like it's 2,000 square feet, but then you enter on the first floor, you got your living space on the second floor, and then bedrooms on each additional floor.
Right.
It's all stacked on top of each other.
Right.
So yes, you've got the square footage, but it's cramped, you know, it's high density living. We are running out of space here in California.
Yeah.
And, you know, unless you want to drive out to Valley Center or whatever, you know, it's just, that's why a lot of people end up selling here and going elsewhere. But on the contrary, we get a lot of people who come here because now that they're working from home, they don't need to be
afford it.
Yeah, then they can afford it and they
Right.
like to enjoy the weather here. They could escape hurricanes.
And is Poway expensive because it's incorporated?
No, Poway is just expensive because it's that fine location where you are just getting to North County, but you could still, it only takes you 20 minutes to get to downtown San Diego.
Right.
You know? So it's
I can't, Poway just seems to not have any houses that are, I mean, and affordable to me, but I'm just saying affordable in the scheme of things. Poway just seems very, very expensive when it comes to homes. I mean,
school districts dictate prices.
Of course. Poway School District is amazing. Yeah. So if with that said, where is a good up and coming place in San Diego to maybe people that are watching the show should go and look in the area? Where's the up and coming? And don't tell me Temecula, because none of my people are moving to Temecula.
Yeah.
I would say Escondido has
really?
Yes, it changed a lot in the past decade.
Okay.
Downtown Escondido is like you can walk to everything. There's bars and restaurants. They have outdoor dining and the lights. It's super cute. They have the whole like welcome to downtown Escondido marquee and all that stuff. Farmers markets. The more of a place that has like a sense of community, the more it's going to attract families. More families that move to a community makes the school districts better.
La Mesa's like that. They really updid their downtown. It's gorgeous. I just can't live that far anymore. But that would have been a really good place because I work in Escondido now. So the market there, I think I see a lot of places there that are affordable. And La Mesa has more of the older homes, which I think has bigger footprints. Like you said, they're spread out. They're not new. They're not having those walls where you can touch the walls. You know, you have the bigger garages and stuff. that would be a place. What do you think about like Hillcrest and stuff? Those homes are so expensive in Hillcrest.
Yeah.
The gay community has money, but damn, I mean, you know, we're spending buco bucks for those houses down there.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be a good investment?
It's that's hard to say. Hillcrest is already built out. There's nothing new being built over there, you know,
Right.
and everything is smaller. It's super expensive. And once upon a time, North Park used to be considered ghetto, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
No one wanted to be in North Park. And
Nope.
then it's like, okay, there's no more space in Hillcrest. And so it spilt over, the gay community spilt over North Park. And they made it beautiful.
It's the hip place to be. I mean, if you say you live in North Park, people are like, oh, well, you probably have a really cute bungalow. Yeah, you have a cute bungalow house. You don't own a car. You have a little e-bike. You know, you have all that.
Exactly.
There's a stereotypical, you know, person that lives in North Park. But I love it. I personally would love to live back down in Hillcrest because the straight shot to Escondido, which is not that bad. But still, even for rentals in Hillcrest, first of all, there's no parking. So God forbid you buy something that doesn't have a garage.
That is, the biggest issues in those areas is parking. Like I love Kensington too.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yep. Just nowhere to park.
No parking.
Nowhere to park.
Do me a favor and don't sell anybody a house in Alpine. We have enough people here. Thank you very much. Stay away.
It's true. Okay. Alpine is up and coming. I mean, it's definitely you drive through there and you're just like, wow.
There's a lot of cookie cutter houses that popped up in Alpine, you know, and the school is pretty good out there now too.
That Lakeside that pulls right into Alpine, and it's like now Lakeside is all these newer homes and squares and boxes and whatever. Holly, you're awesome.
Oh, thanks. So are you.
Yeah, thanks for
coming on. And so are you, Jules.
Hey, thank you, Holly. It's good to see you.
We were laughing at Holly earlier. She was I don't even know if I can say it.
Face.
About the different sizes with the baby.
Yeah. So I have a baby. For your viewers who don't know, I have a baby that I'm still nursing, and I nursed her right beforehand, and I only nursed her on one boob, and so now they're lopsided. So that's why I keep hunching down because I don't want.
So then Jules
said I'm wearing a striped shirt,
and then Jules
really accentuates the lopsided.
Jules was going to make sound like a baby to see if maybe she would leak. It was hilarious. You guys missed it. But the pre-show sometimes is better than the regular show.
We have time.
Yeah, with the posing and all this stuff. It was funny, guys. Okay, so I'm going to put up the banner for Holly. Holly, are you accepting new people at this moment?
Absolutely. Totally.
Yeah.
I love it.
And that's my cell. So anyone could text me anytime. And I say that for everyone, like, because I tend to get the greatest ideas and questions when I'm taking a shower or pooping or whatever. So it's like, oh, hurry and text it before you forget.
Right.
You know?
Right. No, I get it.
Jules is the first time Jules has met me. She doesn't know how I am yet.
Jules, you don't know Holly. She seems so sweet, but man, on family functions, I mean, it's funny. You guys reach out to Holly, even if you have some questions. You guys just want to kind of see, what you can do, what you can't do. I know that I'm in that position. I really want to own something as I get older in life. I need the tax write-off. First of all, I need the house to make me feel like I'm not giving everybody else my money. I'd rather have it go into my house. I want, that kind of feel. And I've wanted it for a long time. And you know what? We're going to hope that that'll happen in the near future. And Holly's the person that we're going to reach out to. So Holly, Janice says, great show. Jules, my mom says hi. So if you guys need anything, you guys stay on. Jules and Holly, you stay here. Everybody, if you need something, you guys reach out to me at Stephanie@ponderingmics.com. We have a couple good shows coming up. We just got our tickets to Daughtry. Hey. So we'll be doing some live feeds from that concert. And then in December, we're going on a cruise, Miss Sarah and I, and we're going to be doing some live shows from Cabo and some Puerto Vallarta and things like that. So
do it while you're zip lining in Cabo.
Zip lining? Who are you?
Holly Sanders, the realtor.
Thank you. Oh, wait, you didn't do your pose. Do your pose?
Oh, yeah. Holly Sanders, the realtor.
That's it. Nice. Everybody, thanks for being here. We're going to end our